Hi there. Oh, I'm the book lady, and I am so glad you are here today because I brought two terrific books, and you're probably wondering why I have a spoon. Well, you're going to find out. Here are the books I'm going to read today. If You Give a Mouse a Brownie. Yeah. Now, some of you may be familiar with another book, If You Give a Mouse a Cookie. Well, it's the same author, Laura Numeroff, but it's a little bit different story, and I think you're going to like this one very much. And then, the favorite book. Now, that doesn't mean it's your favorite book, but maybe after I read it, it will be your favorite book. But this is a good book. There are a lot of things to talk about after I read this book. So this is going to be a lot of fun. And guess what? The woman who wrote this book, her name is Bethany Dini Murguia. Bethany not only wrote this book, but she also did the illustrations. You know that word. It's a grown-up word, and it means all the pictures. Yeah. So I'm going to start with If You Give a Mouse a Brownie. Boy, I know what happens to me if you give me a brownie. Okay, here we go. If you give a mouse a brownie, what happens? He's going to ask for some ice cream to go with it. Yeah, that's what I did too. When you give him the ice cream, he'll ask you for a spoon. And he'll start drumming on the table. And the drumming will get him so excited, he'll want to start a band. And you'll have to play the guitar, and he'll want to put on a show. So you'll have to build a stage. And then you'll need, some spotlights and a microphone. And when the stage is finished, and I love this picture. Look how he made that stage, and the little mouse is on there. And did you see the spotlight? It's a flashlight, and he taped it to the table. Good idea. He'll want to make lots of tickets, and you'll have to find paper and markers. And when the tickets are done, he'll decide to make posters as well. And he'll hang them all over the neighborhood. Rock concert tonight. When he's out hanging them, it might start to rain. So he'll fold some posters and make a boat. Then he'll sail it in a puddle. This mouse is some trouble. And he'll get so wet, he'll start to sneeze. And you'll have to put him in your pocket to stay nice and warm. And when he peeks out of your pocket, ooh, he'll smell something delicious. The smell will remind him that he's hungry. You'll have to take him to the store and get a few things to nibble on. Of course, he'll want to have a picnic. When the sun comes out, you'll have to take him to the park. And while you're setting up the picnic, he'll see a playground and he'll jump on the swings. Oh boy. He'll go as high as he can go. And when he looks up at the sky, he might notice a big white cloud. I notice it. The cloud will remind him of what? Ice cream. He'll probably ask you for some. And chances are, if you give him some ice cream, he'll want a brownie to go with it. This book to me is funny because then what will he want? A spoon. And then he'll start playing the drum. And so I call this a circle book. Let me explain to you why. Starts out, you have a mouse. And he wants a brownie. But then, here, maybe I'll do it this way for you. We'll start here. He wants a brownie. Then he wants ice cream to go with the brownie, but if I have ice cream, I gotta have a spoon. And when I have a spoon now, I'm playing the drums and I wanna have a rock concert and I'm going to make tickets and posters telling everybody about my rock concert. And so now I'm handing out my posters and I get wet and cold and I have to get in the pocket and then oh, that's right. I'm hungry. So then we have a picnic at the park and I look up at the cloud and it reminds me of ice cream. See, it's a circle book. I think it's hilarious. And I think you will enjoy reading this book many times. And the other part of this book that I think is clever is there's a side of me that thinks really this is the boy. This is his story. He wanted a brownie. Excuse me. So he's sitting there going to eat his brownie and he thinks, you know, this would be really good with some ice cream. So he gets himself some ice cream and got to get a spoon. So he gets his spoon and he's sitting there just, you know, kind of like that. Next thing you know, man, he is Ringo Starr. You guys don't know who Ringo Starr is, but he was kind of a famous drummer. He played with a group called the Beatles. And he thinks he wants to be in a rock band. And I think this might be the little boy sort of thinking of this. But he kind of puts it over onto the mouse. What do you think? That's what's fun about books. There are all these different things you can think about. And I hope you loved the pictures in this, because like even the back page, look, it has the ice cream scoop and the raincoat, and the little backpack. They're great pictures. And on the front, there you are with your brownie and your ice cream. Do I see a spoon? No, not yet. So this is a great book if you give a mouse a brownie, and I think you'll enjoy it. So now we're going to read the next book. This is very different from our first book. And I don't need a spoon with this one. All right, the favorite book. Now, I bet you have a favorite. Like, what's your favorite thing to watch on YouTube? The Book Lady? Okay. The favorite book. See, I've told you this before. I love the cover pages. And this one is just bicycles, just a string of bicycles. But they're all different. Which one is your favorite? Now, you know, when I was a little girl, we had a bicycle like that. Two people could ride it. It was called a tandem bicycle. It was so much fun. Except if I was riding with my sister, I did all the pedaling. How do you choose a favorite, a best? How do you choose? Look at him. He's looking at all those colors. How do you choose a favorite? It's tough. Which one would you pick before all the rest? I'm not even sure. And you know, I'm an old lady and I'm not even sure which one I would pick. Do you examine, determine, and inspect? That means, do you really look it over? Measure and weigh before you select? Not on this page, she's looking at dogs. Maybe she wants a great big dog. Or maybe she wants just a little tiny dog that will sit in her lap. Or do you know right from the start, you may be the sort who follows your heart. You just see it and you fall in love with it. You know, that's the one. See, of all these trees, she found the one. The minute she walked into that orchard, she said, oh, that's the one. Have you ever gone looking for a Christmas tree and you look at all the trees and then you say, oh, there, that's the one. Who gets your vote? Now look at that page. I know which one gets my vote. Well, actually, there are three. I love hot fudge sundaes, but I don't want the cherry on it. I love chocolate chip cookies. I just love chocolate chip cookies. And I love grapes. Yeah. So how do I pick a favorite? What would you pick? Oh no, now we're at the hat store. Which is the one? Look at those hats. The great big feather is pretty awesome. And of course, the hat that looks like a cupcake, that would be fun to wear. In fact, if I had one, I'd wear it right now to show you. Maybe you'll realize your favorite is none. And these two pages are filled with reptiles. We've got crocodile, alligator, iguana, frog, tree lizards. And this little boy's running off going, yeah, no thank you. I don't like any of those. It's okay. Or what if just one could possibly do? Can you pick two or three? So you see these darling dogs. They're just all cute. You love all of them. Are you allowed to take three home? Well, that's up to you and probably your mom and dad. Just saying. Do you follow and go along with your friends? Or are you the type who starts your own trends? Now, when I was younger, and probably still pertains today, I did my own thing. I didn't do what my friends did. I had friends, and what they did was fine, but I did my own thing. A favorite can be a way to connect. And see, she's in a flower store and she's looking and she finds the flowers she wants. And what does she do? She takes them to her grandmother. A favorite can change if you reselect. Yes, I'm going to tell you more about that. Some favorites choose us to be in their crew. And then before long, we're choosing them too. You know, I have old dry hands. It's hard for me to turn the pages. The favorites we pick, the choices we make, become part of us and the path that we take. That's true. If you choose a certain dog and a certain hat, maybe certain shoes, that is going to kind of choose which way you're going to go. And always ahead, more favorites await, wonders to find and to create. Like, this looks to me like they're sort of on vacation. Some people love to go to the mountains. Some people love to go to the beach. Some people only want a lake. Some love to stay in hotels. Some bring their own tents. See? From here to the sea, to the sky up above, there are so many things in this world you can love. Now, I'm going to show you something. What do I have here? I have a little baby orange. I think it's actually called a clementine. And they're really easy to peel, easy to eat, and almost like candy, and they don't have seeds. This particular one, there are no seeds. So this is like a perfect little treat for me to throw into my purse. And then I have a big, wonderful, delicious apple. Oh, I love these. And a pear. And you know, pears, sometimes they're brownish and sometimes they're reddish, but this one's green. And which one is my favorite? Well, I'm going to tell you something. This used to be my favorite, and it's still very high on my list. I love apples. You can't lose with an apple. All right. But I like this because it's very convenient, and like I said, it's easy to peel. This is a good one. But my new favorite is the pear. Yeah. Now that could change. If you talk to me next month, I may have a new favorite. But you notice I don't have a banana here, and I like bananas. I can't bring all the fruits I like the grapes. Love grapes. They're easy. They're just like eating candy. So favorites can change. And sometimes the weather will determine your favorite. Let's see. In the winter, I'm probably more of a hot chocolate with a big marshmallow there, and it kind of melts. Ooh, I love that. But in the summer, that's not my favorite. No, I would like, I love just ice water, lots of ice cubes in it, or lemonade with lots of ice cubes in it. See, so our favorites can change depending on the weather. And see what else I brought. Oh, I brought some hats. Now, you know, this hat used to be my favorite. Isn't it fun? Do you like it? I used to like to go like that. But If I'm out walking in the morning and it's kind of dark outside, this is my hat. Do you know why? Because someone will see me better with this hat. If their car lights hit me, whoa, there's a lady and she's got a crazy orange hat on, but at least they saw me. Whereas with this hat, they might not see me. So that depends on the situation. Sometimes this is my favorite hat. But sometimes this is my favorite hat. See? So favorites can change, and you know what? Let me give you an example. When I was a little girl, 4, 5, 6, this was my favorite snack. Graham cracker. This was a glass of milk, and sometimes you could dip it in the milk. It was my favorite. Now, I'm an old lady. This is my favorite snack. A much different cracker, and I want cheese on it. How about that? But when I was a little girl, I would not have liked this cheese. I don't know why. I just know I wouldn't have. I liked the taste of the graham cracker. So our favorites can change as we grow older. When you were really little, like 1-year-old, 2-year-old, the food you liked isn't necessarily the same food you like now, because you've gotten older and you've been exposed to new tastes, and you're like, I kind of like that. Do you know, my granddaughter, her favorite thing in the whole world, she asked for this for Christmas, was dill pickles. They're very sour. A lot of people take a bite of a dill pickle and they're crunchy. Ugh, ugh, ooh, I don't want that. She wants to eat the whole jar. So, you know what we did? We grew cucumbers in my garden. Yeah. And then they were ready to pick. And we picked it, and she says, this isn't a pickle. I said, wait a minute. We are going to perform a little magic. And I taught her how to make pickles. And we put them in a jar, and we let them sit for 5 or 6 days. Oh my gosh, they're pickles. Let's take that lid off. Taste that. Oh, this is so good. See? So she likes pickles, but I don't think she liked pickles when she was 1 year old. There's certain candies that I know you guys love. What's your favorite candy? That changes too. When you get to be your mother's age, or even my age, your candies will change, your favorites. Yeah. I think it's interesting how do we find our favorite? And our favorite color, that can change. Or we may just say, I don't have a favorite color. I kind of love them all. Or maybe your favorite color is blue, but for a bedroom. I don't want my kitchen to be blue. You know, it's a very interesting subject to talk about your favorite. And I like to ask people, what was your favorite movie? What is your favorite book? What is your favorite candy? What's your favorite flavor of ice cream? That has changed for me. I used to like that green ice cream with the chocolate chips. I think they call it chocolate mint. I can't stand it now. How did that happen? Maybe I ate too much of it. So your favorites will change. But this is a fun book that makes you think, and that's the great thing about books. They make you think, they make you laugh, sometimes they make you cry, but they make you feel something. So I hope you have as much fun reading books that I do. And do you know where I go and get my books? I go to the library. And when you are old enough to write your name, you can get a library card. And when I go to the library, all I do is put my card and slide it. And then they ask me for my little password. I put it in. And then see that barcode? I just slide it. My next book, my next book. And I walk out with 5 or 6 books. And I bring them here so I can share them with you. Oh, I've had so much fun with you today. Now remember, the book lady isn't only on television, she's on YouTube. I don't know how she got on YouTube, but she is. So anytime you want to look at the different books I bring to you to read, go to YouTube and type in The Book Lady, and you'll see all the books. Oh, we have so many books I've brought to you. More than 100. Yeah, more than 100 books. But today, our books were If You Give a Mouse a Brownie, What Happens? We know what happens. And the other is The Favorite Book. Think about your favorites. And you can pretty much know that many of those favorites will change as you grow older. Yeah. And as the seasons change. You know what? Until next time, goodbye.